Hey, Vibe Tribe, welcome back. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV. Welcome, family. And if you're new, welcome to the family. I'm going to be doing something new this month. This is my gift to you, again, as being a valued member here in the Vibe Tribe. And starting this month, I'm doing this. I'm going to sit down with all my decks, just like we did if we were in a one-on-one personal session, because I use a different range of decks when I have you in front of me personally. So I'm going to be doing that just like I normally do a reading, but with the intention every month of what's the vibe for this month? What's it going to be? And this is for members only. Okay. And it's really funny how this came about for two reasons. Number one, I was sitting outside reading. It's Monday. It's about maybe 7:30, right before I go and take my walk. And Spirit talks to me. You know what I mean? I'm not crazy. This is what inspires me. You call it creativity, inspiration, God, whatever you want to call it. But when that voice speaks, it's loud, it's clear, it's very authoritative. It says, this is what you do. And it said, you're going to go in the house after your walk and you're going to record from now on a monthly tarot reading for your members only. That's it. That's it. And you're going to do it like if they were sitting right in front of you. So you're going to use your method that you use one-on-one with everybody. I can't argue with that. You know what I mean? So it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. I think it adds a lot more value to you being here and supporting the channel. And this is my way of giving it back to you. And I'm on this kick now of giving a lot to you. Okay, so here it is. And what a great month to start is in July. So like I said, what I'm going to be doing is this isn't the surface level. This is your sign. Here we are. This is more like we are having a one-on-one session. That's the intention that I'm putting in this. And I know that the energy will resonate with every single one of you watching, because that's how Spirit works. And I'm sure you already agree, because if you became a member, you were pretty rock solid on this dude fucking's got me. You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the tarot table and begin. So tonight is a big one, okay? Because I'm dropping this on 7/7 at 7 p.m. And if you know me, you know I don't pick numbers like that by accident. That kind of alignment, that's the whole point of tonight's reading. So starting this month, I'm doing something new just for you, my Vibe Tribe members. Every month I'm going to sit down with all my decks, the same ones I use in a real one-on-one session, and do a full collective reading. Not a quick pull, not a surface level, here's your sign video, a real reading with the intention set on what this month's energy means for all of us together, okay? And July is effing loaded. Okay, we've got Mercury Retrograde, and it's going to be wrapping up on the 23rd. So these next few weeks, may have felt like a little staticky, but that's about to clear. The new moon in Cancer hits on the 14th, and that's opening up some real emotional clarity, a chance to reset before the second half of the month. And then we close out our July with something big. Not only is it my birthday on July 31st, hint, hint, but the North Node shifting into Aquarius on the 27th. And it's followed by Jupiter Cazimi on the 28th. And we're learning about Cazimi in our readings. That's when the planet that is very close to the sun at this time, making a conjunction, is not hindered by the sun's light. In fact, it's amplified. So that's why I find it a very profound point in astrological energy. That's why I'm introducing it now into our realm. That's happening on July 28th. And I mean, it's about just, illuminated and expansive energy as it can get. So tonight, I'm going to pull cards to show you what all of that means for your path, your growth, and what you should be paying attention to as we move through the rest of July. So again, this is a members only reading, and it's going to be a monthly thing from here on out. So if you're already here, thank you. and let's get into it. And if you're watching this locked out, this is your sign. Okay. So, all right, let's shuffle up and see what July has for us Vibe Tribe members. Thank you so much for being here. You know, you are part and parcel of what I envisioned my life to be like. So you people, you members are an integral part of this. And I'm very grateful for you. Don't get me emotional. I'm getting emotional. And I think maybe that's one of the themes for July is this feeling of emotional connectivity. And I said it in past midweek resets. If you haven't seen it, make sure you watch yours, of course. But I've noticed a pattern here of saying, I love you, saying, I appreciate you, saying you help me in so many ways. And I've already had those moments with some friends that I thought have fallen out of my life, haven't. One of my very good friends, one of my bros, and we had a very heartfelt, conversation. He's a Cancer, so, and I'm a Leo. So we're both, pouring our hearts over each other, so it was kind of cool. So what I do in my normal readings is, once or twice, depending on what spirit wants me to do, I do a quick shuffle. Okay. And then I kind of pick things up of what the energy is, and they want me to do it twice because I've already gotten that confirmation. So let's see. All right. So I think what needs to end here is the 10 of Swords energy for this month. We're done taking arrows. We're done taking arrows from other people. We're done letting people talk to us the way that we allow them to talk to us. It may be uncomfortable to set these boundaries, but that's something that needs to happen. The 9 of Swords is showing that there's some anxiety because of this. Maybe it's letting go of feeling like people's fucking opinions matter. I know that you want to be accepted. I know that we want people to cheer us on, but I'm going to tell you something, Vibe Tribe. The only way that's going to happen is that if you do it for yourself first. You do not look for outside validation. You build that and pull that from your infinite resource bank that you have that is always there. It's always open 24 hours a day. There's no ATM limit. You can withdraw whatever you want and you don't get penalized. And that comes with beautiful belief. And I think that is one of the themes that we need to work on this month, because you know how I do my tarot readings. I don't fluff. Okay? The six of Cups shows a reminiscing kind of energy here. Something that says, well, we're still anxious about what's going on in the past. The only way to work through this month is the Emperor. Take your power back. Some of us Vibe Tribe members let our past define us who we are now, and that stops today. Some of our members are feeling powerless to their subconscious, their triggers and their traumas from the past. So we let that go. We let go this month of shoulda, woulda, coulda, hanging into the past. Again, where are you putting your focus this month? That's a big thing. But it comes with making the moves to take your power back and not letting it ever be taken away again. You can't change your past, Vibe Tribe, so let it go. It is so important for you to understand that. Okay? Now, we're just getting started. That's not even the meat of the reading. I mean, this is exactly what we do when we're sitting down personally. So I want you to understand that fully, that this is my process for a real reading. Because there's definite differences. And I'm going to put this rose quartz here to remind us of our heart and our emotion and love, that we are always loved and love has surrounded us. Okay? Is that it? Yes. Holy shit. So this is great. The Three of Wands, something that we've been waiting for. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying it's time. It's payoff. The Wheel of Fortune is great. It also is a reminder to this, is that what we desire in life only comes to us when we are aligned to it, when we know that we are deserving of it, that we are going to get it. No ifs, ands, or buts about, or nothing, no doubt, no fear, no worry, no nothing. The Three of Wands is saying whatever the Three of Wands is kind of like mind, body, and spirit. All of those have to be in one frequency in order to project what we want out. It's radiating and attracting. And the Wheel of Fortune says it's time. Beautiful. Also, there's a thing about being around water at this time. It would be very awkward to talk about this in winter, but in summertime, it's perfect. You know, when I see these two, sometimes the symbolism in the cards will just be so bright and amplified that I have to say, get around water. Again, there's an emotional theme to all of this, especially with that new moon in Cancer that's going to be happening. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of that, this emotional beginning. All right. So the Wheel of Fortune coming out for this month is very good. You focus on your eye on the prize. Okay. Because 10s are success, completion, and payoff. All right. So let's get the meat of the reading now. Now, I do this differently. Usually I just randomly shuffle cards. I do that on purpose on the regular tarot readings to show how you just can't make this shit up. You know what I mean? So that's the whole reason. Like some people say, you know what? I hated the way you shuffled your cards at first, but now it makes sense. And I'm glad that you stuck with me through that. So let's begin, everybody. The energy for July, the World, the Emperor, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a big deal. I mean, we got two major cards here, beginning with an ace. This is a big deal here. But when now I'm actually using reversals, I use reversals in my personal readings. And what I say here is, number one, there could be a lot of travel. You could be doing some traveling. Traveling would probably be a very good thing for you this month. And we're not talking going to fucking see the Great Wall of China. We're talking maybe local short trips. You know, when I say travel, it's not international travel. You're going to Greece, you know, you're going on a cruise. I'm talking about like just short trips, something that opens yourself up to the world. The World card is, the world is your oyster, basically. And that works for you right now. So make your world a little bit bigger, make your world a little bit brighter in July. It's hard not to kind of notice that, unless you just complain about the heat. Don't get me started on that. But there shows some kind of lack of movement, and there's an impatience here that we need to deal with. Again, the Emperor is out again. He was in the beginning of the reading showing us, see, this is where we're not taking our power back. Maybe we're too involved in what's going on in the world out there to not pay attention that it's a reflection of what's going on in here. You follow me on that? So be aware of that. So the Emperor is, there's a frustration here about maybe not being able to make the moves you want to make. Be patient. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. I still look at it as a great opportunity. I think this is what you're not paying attention to, is the opportunity available to you, and that it takes time for things to complete. Everything has a cycle. I try to really instill that teaching into our readings here with you. But there's a frustration here of being impatient, of not moving with the world. We're kind of like fighting the energy. And I want you to be aware that that just wears you down. And it doesn't help you radiate what you need to attract. You see what I'm saying? So when you take your power back, we get that opportunity. Then we realize the opportunity. We realize that the world is our oyster. Okay? Green tea and lemon slices are just heaven. We got the Page of Wands. and the Eight of Pentacles. So I want you to be aware of drama. We are in July. This is the season of Cancer and Leo. Okay. So every month is split between a sign. Okay. So I want you to stay away from competing. You don't need to compete for anybody's love. You don't need to compete in business. There's a right and a wrong way to do it. Out of desperation creates, that energy of desperation. You see what I'm saying? Drama, stay out of the drama. We don't need to stir up excitement just because things are in a not a lull. I want to say that it's a period of gestation almost. You know what I mean? Neptune begin its retrograde today. So this is kind of lifting the veil on some things. I also want you to really stop taking things so seriously. That's why it's creating so much drama in your life. Have fun. It's a time for change. Eight of Pentacles is reversed, is telling me that we need to look at different ways of moving through the world, because the old ways don't work for you. Learn something new. Like I'm a reader. I love reading. I've loved reading since I was a very small child. I just love reading. I don't escape reading. I use it for knowledge in some way. I want a good story. You know what I mean? I love good story, but I also love information. Like I remember when I was younger, I flipped out one Christmas because I got a children's Bible. I just lost my shit. I was like so excited. And I carried that fucking thing with me everywhere. You know what I mean? But the thing is that learn something new. It's almost important for you to educate yourself, to learn something new, to ask yourself, what am I interested in? I might want to try this craft or this hobby or this line of work. We are human beings that need to create. And I think instead of focusing your energy on bitching, pissing, and moaning, this month, focus that energy on doing something you normally wouldn't do, like maybe taking up gardening or maybe going hiking or doing something outdoorsy. But also expanding your mind. The World card is the first card in this reading. So that says, open yourself up to the beautiful world that's around you. Take 5 fucking seconds away from the screen of your phone. And once your eyes adjust, because it's been so blurry because you've been staring at it for the last 2 hours, take a good look at what's around you. And if you don't like what you see, change your view. See, that's the thing. If you don't like what you see, change your view. That's our mantra for this month, guys. Don't like what you see? Change your view. So what this is saying is, you don't need to compete. You just need to know that right now, I know that things are kind of like, come on, I'm telling you, please work through this. All right? Go do that full moon meditation that I did for June 29th. But Jeff, it's July 7th. Doesn't matter. It's still in effect. It still works for you. So do that. Release. The Six of Wands is victory and success. And you're just not in it. I don't know why, but we need to fix that. And fixing it is just changing our perspective. Now we have the Six of Cups, mainly because for a majority of you Vibe Tribe members, I don't want you to feel, well, I tried it before and it didn't work. That's not getting us anywhere this month. Please, I want you to get rid of that belief. This time you know better and it will work. How about that? The Four of Cups is, keeping your eyes open for opportunities and don't turn your back on ones that come your way. Oh shit, I just nicked the camera. God damn it. Doesn't matter. We do it live. Okay. I was fixing one of the lights over one of the overhead lights, and I accidentally bumped the camera. So anyway, I want you to be open to opportunities. I don't want your emotions from whatever's happened in the past to stop your success, to stop your movement, to decide where to go. A lot of you want to change jobs. A lot of you want to do new career opportunities. I see a lot of that going on here, but you are too mired in the past right now. And I believe with this collective reading, this is exactly what we need to let go of. We need to work on that. And we can. With the new moon, I'm going to set up some new intentions and all of that. You know how my new thing is now with the new moon. I'm going to have a companion guide, a PDF that you can go that goes with it. You know, I'm serious about doing this every month. I'm not letting my past dictate my future. I'm done with that. I'm in this, and I know that this is really starting to resonate because I am sweating in really weird places, and it's actually very cool and beautiful summer night. So I usually during readings that happens too. I get really heated up. So I know that I'm feeling your vibration right now. I am connecting with you, members. Okay. Understand this. Love is all around you. When Six of Cups comes up, I always hear that Tesla song, "Love is all around you," because it's so true. You have to be worthy of love. So now we're kind of turning our attention here to love, but there's lots of change. There's lots of opportunities here, and we're just not focused on them. And this reading is going to help you do that. I firmly believe that. The Two of Pentacles is, again, we're juggling a lot of energy shifts here in July because they're massive. And sometimes we feel we're not worthy of big, wide open spaces that work for us. You know what I mean? This month, we have to change that mode of thinking. That's good. The Two of Pentacles is also getting ourselves out of a lack mentality. You know, Jupiter is in Leo right now. Jupiter in Leo does not radiate lack. So you need to be an attractor of that radiation that comes in, that energy exchange. It's big. And you deserve it. Just as there's more than enough to go around, I want you to really start working on wealth and prosperity affirmations. Okay? I want you to stop spinning all these plates too. This energy is also telling you to slow down during the summer and kind of take a good look around and see what hard work and going with the flow does. Everything's blooming right now. And it didn't take effort. It just took the right elements, the right environment, and it all lined up. And it all worked out perfectly. Okay? The King of Wands, perfect Leo energy. As we're going to be shifting into Leo energy on July 20th. I also want you to pay attention to the world in the background. Have you ever noticed that with the King of Wands with this card deck? That the world is in the background? Because we started with the world, and I'm stopping with the King of Wands, which shows that you have to have the courage and the strength and the forthwith to move forward, to change. I also want you to pay attention to the backpack. Again, travel. Jeff, it's a little dark. That's why. Yeah. I see the backpack there. I also want you to see the lantern that is not lit. And that message for me right now to you is get that internal inner guidance lit. Only you can do it. I can do this. I'm taking action. I'm moving out into the world. If you've been thinking about starting a social media campaign or anything like that, do it. That's why I think that's why I'm getting inspired with all these different aspects of my channel, because I'm locked in to my Wednesdays, my lives, my Sundays, my freaking weekends. You know, I'm locked into that. They flow. So I have more time to present more material because I'm overflowing with it. I want you to adapt that energy too. It's not a special gift I have. It's just something that I allow to happen. Like when I was telling you at the beginning of the video that I was just sitting there reading, grounding in the beautiful grass in my yard. And Spirit said, you're doing a members only video for now on, for every month. And you're just going to do it like they were sitting in front of you. Every single member, you're acting like they're sitting in front of you. Something I normally don't do. And I'm doing it the way that I always do my readings, personal ones. Okay. So that's fantastic. And I'm so grateful that I got inspired to do that. What I'm saying is go with those. If it says, Scott, you're worthy of so much more, go ahead and do that. Jean, go ahead and start healing. Misty, open yourself up to travel and the world and so much more. So okay. Now it's time for oracle reinforcement. That's what I call it. So this July, we're focusing on the balance of everything, that everything happens in its balance. And if things are out of balance, like the Two of Pentacles, we put things back into balance by putting our focus on it. That's it. Not wanting balance, but being balance. That's one of the messages for this month. The Four of Wands is beautiful energy. It's a focus on home. It's a focus on foundation, family, your roots. That's where you find the balance. And rejoice in celebration. Now, this is beautiful energy. Three of Cups, friends, family. Find that balance that month with them. I think a lot of us are going to be moving into the people that matter most to us. You know what I mean? That's beautiful. Now we get some more oracles. Is that it? Yep. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Beautiful. It's a time to heal. Break the chains that bind you this month. Work on that. It's a time to focus on joy and stability. Beautiful energy. Four of Wands again. And the Lover's card. Healing some relationships from the past simply by letting them go. That could be that. By simply just letting them go. Okay? I also want you to pay attention to the fours. We have 1, 2, 3. That's enough for me to show that your angel numbers for this month are 444. Knowing that you are protected. Knowing that when you focus on stability, joy and stability, so that's another big thing right there, is joy and stability. I love that. Let's get some more messages. So healing relationships, family and friends, getting that balance, focusing on joy and stability, having fun. Beautiful energy. We got the Wisdom card. Wisdom comes from experience and reflection. Again, that Neptune going retrograde starting today on July 7th is essential for that. And freedom. When we break the chains that bind us, we are free. Freedom comes from inner liberation and using your wisdom. So pay attention to that, everybody. Okay? Beautiful. But wait, there's more. Now we do our shadow work card, see? And of course, if you would like a personal reading, you know how to get a hold of me. I do them in person if you're in the Western New York area in Fredonia, New York. And I also do them online via Zoom. So, if you like this style, let's go for it. Okay. Your first message, well, from this deck, I should say, is self-compassion. Embracing imperfections helps you find strength. growth mindset and resilience. That's it. You have a growth mindset. With Jupiter, there's no chance. You've got to grow. It's going to put that expansive energy on you, and it's going to test you. We're not used to this, especially when it comes to just enjoying life. We are so taught to not. Work is more important. Making peace. This is probably the most biggest message right here. In the midst of adversity lies the path to self-discovery. So you can find some profound peace by using your inner wisdom, using self-compassion, breaking the chains that bind you, freeing yourself, opening up to opportunities. And you know what? Being your genuine self, but also taking a risk, listening to your inner voice, just like I did to present this reading to you for this month. I was not planning on doing this. This was not planned. And when I decided to drop it at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, which I never do, I don't drop videos on Tuesday. And then I looked and it was 7/7 at 7. I mean, pay attention to 777. These are the numbers. I mean, I'm manifesting this for you. Spiritual lesson, luck. We got the Wheel of Fortune earlier, and enlightenment. Let me know if this has been enlightening for you. Keep these numbers in your subconscious. All right, closing message, Vibe Tribe. Again, let me know in the comments and all of that what you thought of the reading. Because whether you liked it or not, I'm doing it anyway. So you might as well start. Okay. So let's get our closing message for July for Vibe Tribe members, for Vibe Tribe Tarot, and it's healing. Your body and mind and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. And I think that for this month, what the sun being in Cancer has taught us, and what the sun in Leo is going to teach us and does every year, is open your heart. You have to understand, I'm going to show you the chakras here. I'm going to show you the chakras. They start at the base. There's your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown, okay? Starting from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your head. Energy centers, little vortices. When we close our heart off, what does that do? That stagnates these three energy sources and these three. There's no flow that flows through them when the heart is closed off. When we open our heart, we're able to release these bottom three, which is fight or flight, joy, childhood issues, creativity, confidence. If we don't have those flowing, we can't get inspired with the other three, how to speak it, how to see it, how to allow it. You see what I'm saying? Isn't that great? Piece of selenite. I love that. I used to have it on the tarot table, but it's cut crooked. So it used to really irk me that it never looked aligned on the camera. So I just took it out of there. It drove me nuts every time I did a reading. So anyway, pay attention to the message for this month. We've got a lot of energy shifts, and Jupiter is just going to shine its big light. In fact, Jupiter really doesn't shine. It just says, look, let's do it. Yes, yes, yes. Again, make sure, do I have Jupiter up here? Oh, no, we got the summer solstice. We got that. Nope, I don't think I have it. Yeah, I don't have it up here. But make sure you check out Jupiter in Leo for your sign if you haven't already. But Vibe Tribe, this is it. This is the beginning of your personal collective reading, I would say, on what July is going to bring and what we need to focus on and what we need to release. Another message from Spirit, from me to you, because I love you all. And I am so glad that you are a member, and bring some people on board too, because this helps really support me. and the maintenance of everything. And I love doing what I love to do. All right, everybody. I'm going to be putting out more videos about other things that are happening, especially Jupiter Cazimi. I think I want to do that. And really want to get a countdown for the subscribers and all of that before the end of July. So I hope this message resonated with you. Let me know in the comments. I love you all. Thank you for joining. And stay with me, because there's going to be so much more coming just for you, because I love you all. All right. Thank you all for watching. I hope this helped. 35 minutes, not bad. And I will see you soon.